absolute sensation. So that's a good example of using that specific tool.
Well, I know the Rock did that with WrestleMania tickets last year in Atlanta. So it's something that people can do, and they can use Twitter and Facebook and all these. Now, what do you make of these? It seems like there's a billion video sharing services: TwitPic, TwitVid, Ustream, Justin TV, all these things. What is the drawback between one or the other, or are they all pretty much the same, or?
Well, obviously YouTube being the 800-pound gorilla in the room, that's just because, Google owns YouTube. So if you're looking to obviously rank on Google, you might obviously consider YouTube.
YouTube.
I think we lost him again. YouTube.
I think we lost him.
Finish
YouTube.
your sentence. YouTube.
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 YouTube! Ah, YouTube!
What about the YouTube?
What about YouTube? I love that shit. This is great. Oh, good Lord. Find us online at JiggyJaguar.com. Corey Perlman's gonna. There it is. Well, our last word was out of your mouth was YouTube, and then you froze, and then we all sat here and went YouTube, YouTube. Oh, that was just me. But go ahead.
Being owned by Google is clearly the front runner, the one you want to pay attention to. The next one behind that would probably be Vimeo. But there's a site called TubeMogul.
Aha! Yes, I use TubeMogul all the time.
Yeah, and that kind of gets you out to the masses pretty quickly. And I also just want to throw one thing out there from the question before, and that's make sure to your friends out there who are in the hip-hop industry and got a lot of fans out there, just make sure you're there. I really try to steer anyone away from, especially in the entertainment industry, of having other people managing your reputation online. If somebody wants to go out there and tell you how much they love you, make sure it's you who thanks.
Right.
Make sure it's you who thanks your people.
Right.
Well, and that's
We
the
lost
thing.
him.
I know we lost him again. We'll get him back. Believe me, we'll get him back. We have the technology. It doesn't always work, but we'll get him. That's one thing I find is really strange is there he is.
Try this one more time.
There he is. There's Corey.
Don't
Don't worry about it, brother.
you're good.
Hey, I understand, man. It's technology is. I tell people this constantly, and that is what was so wrong with the typewriter. Seriously. What's so wrong with the typewriter? Now, I will have to say that you bring up an excellent point there, and I've noticed this more and more in the music industry, is that they now are hiring, as part of like people getting signed and people getting distribution deals, they have people who manage their social media. So, when I get on, for instance, Linkin Park's Twitter account, I never see them respond to anybody on Twitter. It's always, well, Linkin Park has a concert coming up here. Or Linkin Park is going to be on ABC News right here. And it's like, it's some random guy that is just on their Twitter account.
Yep, they ain't doing it themselves.
Yeah, it's really not. It's not the way that platform should be used. We manage accounts for social media, but we produce content, like pages of content. But when it comes to responding to your fans, no tweet, no Facebook post, or anything gets by me without me responding. That's just my philosophy, and I recommend that for anyone who's on the call today or in your studio there.
Right.
Be you, and your fans like to hear from you. That's what social media is all about. Some of the biggest stars in the world, Shaq, in basketball as an example. We love it because it's him. We know it's him.
Right.
If it's not him, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, brother. Yeah. I understand. If it's not them, who cares?
You don't want to sit there and just chat to a page that's nobody
Yeah,
responded to.
it's just attached to a site, and that's it. Now, tell us about some of your projects that you've got coming up, and some of the things we need to be on the watch out for.
We got a new book coming out, like I said, next year, and it'll be more on social media and some of the things we're talking about. Speaking all over the world and probably coming to a city near you. So we actually dropped the V off of our website. I bought the domain from somebody for $1,000. They wanted 30,000, got them down to 1,000. I thought that was a pretty good negotiation. So it's ebootcamp.com now, and you can follow along with whatever we're doing there. But I just appreciate you guys having me on today, and hope I can help out any way I can.
Now, Corey Perlman with us today. He is the author of Bootcamp, Proven Internet Marketing Techniques to Grow Your Business. Now, how important is it to be on Twitter, Facebook, and some of these places? Because I know there's a couple people, all they do is Facebook or all they do is Twitter. I happen to have all my stuff networked through a service called ping.fm, and sometimes I've heard from various people that are like, oh, well, you need to have certain conversations take place on Twitter and certain conversations take place on Facebook and blah, 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 blah.
Right. My response to that's always the same again. It's fish where your fish are. If your people are on Twitter, then be on Twitter. If they're on Facebook, be there too. LinkedIn, same thing. If it's a certain forum that your fans like to be a part of, you should be there. So I never tell a drill bit widget manufacturer to be on Twitter because his people aren't there. You know what I mean? So
I hear you.
it depends upon where they're at is where you should be hanging out. You do want to be a little careful of those social media management sites, only in that, let's say for example you want to post a video, sometimes it doesn't translate to Facebook as well.
Yep.
So in that case you might want to put it there so it shows up properly. But I use TweetDeck, ping.fm is good too. Those are helpful.
Now, a lot of different social media people anymore are using, like we mentioned, TwitVid and all these different things. Is that a good service, or should people just go directly to YouTube configured to post their video on Facebook and Twitter?
I think TwitVid is good again when the time is right. If you're on your phone, let's say, and you're trying to post something real quick or something to that effect, it might be an effective strategy. I do tend, when I want something to show up properly, to go to the source just to make sure that a really good video that I want to share doesn't get lost in translation.
Yeah.
So I typically like to go to the source when I can.
Corey Perlman with us today here on the world famous Jiggy Jaguar show, and of course you can find him online. He has bought the domain name. It's now ebootcamp.com, correct? And he's got the book out, author of eBootcamp, Proven Internet Marketing Techniques to Grow Your Business. And he's calling us from Michigan today. This guy is an author. He's a speaker. He is a consultant on all things social media. He is pretty much and I don't know why I was gonna say this, but this just popped into my head. I was gonna say he's the John Belushi of social media. I don't know what that means, but I don't know what that means. There you go. And Corey is with us today via Skype. Now, tell us about some of the. It seems like there's like social media overload. I think we lost him again. Yes, we lost him.
You know what? I think I'm going to keep my video off because I think that's what's
You think that's
killing him.
That's what's killing him?
We haven't had that problem before.
Yeah. Well. I love it. You guys came on a good day.
I think my video.
We were doing good there for a while, brother.
I think
cool.
it's my video that's probably killed it.
You think it's your video?
Every time I turn the video on, for me, it killed it.
It killed it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's on my end though, guys. Much apologies.
No problem, brother. I appreciate you making time for us today. I know you're very, very busy because, like I said earlier, you're a social media god. We've got Corey Perlman with us today. Now, so many people are getting into social media overload. They constantly are checking Twitter, Facebook, all these places. Is that healthy, or should we just... Because I know before I got a smartphone, I was pretty much, once a day, I'd check Twitter, Facebook, all this stuff. And then I got a smartphone, and I tied everything to Google Voice, and I did all these things, and I couldn't get away from social media, and I find myself on certain occasions just like about to go out of my mind. Is that just me, or do people actually have like social media overload?
People definitely have social media overload. You have to be very careful. And I recently just had a kid, so that makes it even more complicated to make sure I turn the social media, website, internet, whatever it is, off from time to time. So yeah, I think balance is everything. There are these tools out there that obviously would be more effective in what you're doing, such as like you talked about, Ping.fm or TweetDeck or Hootsuite is another one.
Yeah.
That a lot of people like to use, but I just say be careful. It is an addiction to some degree, and a lot of it is a lot of noise. I'll again, just trying to talk a little bit towards your audience too. You gotta be real careful about. There's a great post by Diablo for our work week, and his name is escaping me right now, but it was on haters, and it was a really good post because when you write a book or when you write music or publish music or whatever the case may be, you're going to have that world eating at you a lot, and it's not easy. So avoid it at all costs and try to stay on the positive and just know that they're out there everywhere. And the internet is a lot like beer. What I mean by that is people are very courageous when they're behind this computer screen. And,
Yes, they are.
not say face to face. They're much easier to say by the keyboard. So just a reminder that such is life, and pay attention to the 90% that love you, and try to avoid 10%ers trying to take you down.
They are often referred to in the mixed martial arts world as keyboard warriors.
Right.
Now, speaking of that, and that brings up an excellent point. I know that with the rap guys, there's a lot of haters. There's a lot of, there are massive amounts of people drinking, as they say. I'm going to say this in my most unhip white guy voice, the haterade. And now, do you have, you mentioned there kind of a strategy of just kind of don't pay attention to these guys. Now, there's a buddy of mine out of Topeka, Kansas, by the name of Papa Joe. And there's a guy out of Wichita, Kansas, by the name of Jackster, who, these guys, they love their haters. They play to these people all the time. And they make a big deal about the fact, well, I got 50,000 haters. I got all these people making nasty comments about me 24/7. Oh, I'm going to get these haters. And is it better to just do like you're doing, where it's don't play to these people, play to your audience, or is it better to go after these people and say, yeah, you hate me, and play to these people?
Well, what I would say to that is,
Play to the audience.
first of all, if you don't have any haters, you're not big enough.
Right.
There you go.
That's a problem in itself. And when it's too quiet, that's when I'm really, concerned. But, in terms of playing to them, in the right setting, it does work. I've taken somebody who has spent 6 weeks carving out a blog post of why my book is terrible, and I decided to respond to that person. And he ended up writing me a very large check to come speak on behalf of his company or whatever. So, the responsibility is to not only, respond, but actually turn them into a raving fan. Sometimes they just want to be heard. Other times it's the absolute worst thing you could possibly do. It's like throwing, gasoline on a fire, on a small flame. You really don't want to do that. You want to just let them kind of go away. But if you decide to engage, then you've done exactly what they want to do, and now it's a diatribe of you guys battling back and forth. So it's really up to you. Depends on your audience and such. I typically recommend ignoring.
That's always a good one. I much prefer the strategy of just ignoring these people, because if you play to them, and especially and I know this to be true in the rap world, but I know it to be even truer in the radio world. If you play to these people, you end up making them famous, and you end up drawing your audience to their audience and going back and forth. And it's like, I don't want to make them any more famous than they already are for attacking me. So,
Exactly.
yeah.